How does it feel to be back in this atmosphere? Was it different from the last time you were here?
Pretty cool atmosphere. You take for granted kind of being in the NFL the last few years, getting to play in front of 100,000 people every weekend, and to be able to come to St. Louis, D.C., Seattle, we had some pretty good crowds. It's exactly what you want to play for, right? Playoff ball, rowdy atmosphere, fans were into it, rain, whatever, still showed up and showed out. So makes it a lot more fun for us, gets us in the game, and they awesome atmosphere. I mean, credit to those. I'm glad they kept the lemons off the field for the most part tonight. So.
And your receivers had some drops in the first quarter. It kind of plagued you as the game went on. How do you stay confident in your guys to know you can keep going back to them? Obviously, Juwan has a long touchdown after he dropped a couple balls.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's football. I've had 15 turnovers this year, and those guys could get on me every time something like that happened as well. So control what you can control. Next play, right? I mean, the biggest thing for me is, hey, it was the first quarter. Let's stay locked in here. Let's keep doing what we're doing. Those guys are what got us here. So biggest thing for me was keep their head in the game, make sure those guys are locked in, ready to roll. I understand it was wet, all that stuff. I mean, that's part of it. Rebounded pretty well. Caught the ball good the rest of the game. So I mean, it's football. It happens. It's all part of it.
And when you look back, I know it's disappointing right now, but do you have like a favorite memory or a moment you would cherish and like I'll never forget that moment building with these guys in that locker room?
Man, I think I've got a bunch. I don't even know where to start, but I think really. The thing that kind of turned our season around and really could have been disastrous, we started 0-2. We were playing Vegas week 3. We had 4th and 1 with a minute left in the game, and Josh Gordon made one of the craziest plays I've ever seen in my life, took it 70 yards for a touchdown, and I couldn't control myself after. Had some sounds that came out of my body that I'm not sure I could ever produce again. I think for our team that moment was kind of, hey, we can do this. It's always tough getting the first one, right? So once we got that, we're able to kind of roll a little bit. But I think that was kind of the moment where everyone was kind of like, all right, this is fun. We're having fun. Let's try to enjoy this as much as we can, stack some wins together and get it rolling. That's really what propelled this season. We went on a 5-game winning streak after that. And so I think if you had to pinpoint a game, a play, I think that's probably where my mind goes first.
And then personally, I want to kind of touch on something. For personal development, what was something you were proud of that maybe you added to your game, you saw and was like, okay, I like that, and maybe can continue to have that going forward?
I think the biggest thing for me was when I watched tape, I got better every single game I played. If you turn the tape on from week 1 against these guys to week 8 or even today, it looked like a completely different ball player. So biggest thing for me down the stretch, really thought I played well. Took care of the ball, made good decisions. I've always kind of been able to make some throws and do some stuff with my legs, and that's all part of being a quarterback now. I think you look around the league, most of the quarterbacks are able to extend stuff out of the pocket, make plays with their legs, and kind of throw from different slots and off platforms. So pretty pleased with how I progressed throughout the season. Listen, I'm one of 11. I'm nothing without these guys, right? O-line, heck of a job. Last in the league, first in the league in sacks let up, right? I don't know if we had double digits all year. Receivers, unbelievable. Top 3 out of the top 5 in the league, right? Leading passer, that's credit to the O-line, credit to the running backs, credit to the receivers. So to be able to kind of have a season, guys came in, we had a month of camp, and then we're right into games. To be able to kind of do what we did and really kind of hit our stride these last few weeks. Look, we lost the game, right? It happens. Someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. There's a lot of positives to take from it. Guys are playing for down the road, playing to get back into this league, playing to get into the NFL. There's a lot that guys were still playing for at the end of the game. That's why I was kind of telling guys on the sideline, hey, stay in it. We still got some stuff to play for. So heck of a season all around, top to bottom. Forever grateful for the opportunity, second chance. Most people don't get them. So this was the most fun I've had playing ball in probably, 10 years. So I owe everything to Dwayne, Danny, Redbird Capital, Coach Haslett, and Randy for giving me this opportunity. So I've had so much fun and no complaints.
Yeah, do you want to say anything to anyone that is at home thinking about the XFL, seeing this on television, wondering if they should take the leap?
Oh man, if you got an opportunity to play ball for a living, never pass it up. I had it taken away for a few months in August. Didn't know what to do with myself. My girlfriend was cranky. I was cranky. Parents were cranky. So getting a call that I could play football again, it's been a few years, to be the guy, lead a team, just show what I can do, kind of lit a fire under my ass again. Hey, I can do this, I can play, I can hang. Play ball as long as you can. It's the best game in the world. It's you get paid a king's ransom to play a child's game. So I'm going to keep playing as long as I can. I'll encourage anyone else who wants to keep playing as long as they can. Do it. Have fun. enjoy it. These are memories that you'll last forever. Guys that you'll have friendships with forever. So that locker room is special. Had a heck of a year with those guys, and so really just gracious, blessed to be a part of it, and had a ton of fun. So
Any plans to come back for 2024?
to be determined.
Ben, or can you speak on the development of what June Jones kind of meant to you this season, like throughout the year, because he's a great offensive mind.
Yeah, really changed the way I look at the game. His quarterbacks, his offensive numbers kind of speak for themselves wherever he's been. So I knew that this was going to be really an awesome opportunity for me to kind of show what I can do. I've never really had a coaching staff trust and believe in my skill set and what I bring to the table like these guys have. And from day one, they were all like, hey, this is your show. You're going to run this thing. Protect the ball, take care of it. We got playmakers around you that can fly, can make catches, all that stuff. So June's been – I owe June the world too. I mean, he's developed me as a football player. He's developed me as a man, developed me as a leader. I owe all the credit to him, to Dan Morrison, our quarterback coach, Coach Haslett, and just the guys around me. Heck of a group of guys to be around. Yep. Cool. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, appreciate it.
So the game plan, obviously, for Greg Williams was to harass Ben DiNucci. He didn't get around much in the pocket. What do you feel between the balance between you guys not executing and them game planning? How much of that factor into the loss today?
Well, they got good players, number one on defense, and Greg's a heck of a football coach. We didn't give them a lot of opportunities like we had because I thought we were on the field too long on defense, so the offense didn't have as many opportunities to score. We moved the ball, sometimes, not all the time, not as much as we would have liked, but again, I don't think we had enough opportunities either.
You feel like you want to run the ball more in the game, or do you?
No, we came in. We were going 5 wide, throw it up, make him to show us what they were going to do. Whether it's 3-man rush or 5-man rush, which they did a lot of, or blitz or play cover 2, and that kind of held true. There's so many things you can do against 5 wide receivers.
Coach, your defense got a ton of pressure on Sayama tonight and forcing turnovers. Was that the plan coming into tonight?
Well, we wanted to, number one, stop the run and stop him and the running backs in the run game, and then get after the quarterback. I think the quarterback's a heck of a football player. I really do. I told him after the game that he's got better from day one to now, and I think our quarterback has also. I think they're the 2 top guys in the league from that standpoint, and he did a heck of a job in the game, and leading up to it. The thing about us, we got all year we got behind. We had a rough road to start. We played on a Saturday, then we played on a Thursday, then we played on a Sunday, then we played on a Thursday, and you're just starting a new league, and you're we went from Seattle, got home Monday morning at 4 o'clock, and turned around Wednesday morning and flew back up to Seattle to play another game. And we were struggling. We lost the first 2, and then we put a string together. Then we lost to DC again, and we won a couple more, and then we won the last couple plays to get in, because going into the last game, you had to score this, you had to do this, you had to do that. I said, shit, we're just going to score a lot and keep them down. So, our guys had to fight the whole year to get where they were at, and they fought this game. It just wasn't good enough, and to give credit to them, they got some good players and good coaches, and they did a nice job.
Coach, what is it like to have Philip Lindsay join your team when he did? What did you feel like it revitalized the team?
Well, he's a good football player. I appreciate him coming in and doing the things he did. Probably didn't get as many opportunities as he would have liked, or we should have used him a little bit more. But he's a heck of a player. I think somebody will pick him up, and he'll be back in the league at some point, because he does a good job. He can catch, he can block, he's a good runner. He's a heck of a player, and he's a great kid.
Coach, you've been around the game for a while. Just curious, what kind of life lesson did you learn about yourself this year that maybe you didn't know in the past about yourself?
Coaching in the NFL is a lot easier than coaching in this league.
Oh, man. Do you kind of expand on that?
No, that's true. It's hard when you're okay. Of course, my phone goes off. I yell at the players for that. It's my wife. Of course, it's my wife.
Good.
Well, I'll tell you that story. She let me take the job because my son coaches with the Cowboys, and they just had a baby.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
yeah, so we're banked. So she comes down. I see her for like dinner, and then she goes and hangs out with the baby the rest of the time.
Okay.
So
Works.
yeah, so it worked out. You know, that's what I was saying is, you know, I played 10 years in the league, and I've been. This is my 36th year coaching, 35 in the NFL, and you know, I enjoy doing that part of it. You don't like losing.
Of course.
The winning's the greatest part of it, but this was hard this year just because we didn't have a mini camp. We put a bunch of guys together. We had a short training camp, not 5 weeks. We had 4 weeks. And I think that's why when you saw like the quarterback play early in the season wasn't as good as it is right now at the end of the year. So hopefully, you know, and it takes its toll on coaches because you want it to be precise, you want it to be everything
Right.
in and out. You know, it's not that way in that short period of time. So hopefully next year we can do a couple of those things and make the product, you know, a little bit better earlier in the season.
Appreciate it.
You said about next year. Obviously, we just asked Ben. He said to be determined. Obviously, that's your guy. You're both from Pittsburgh, so a connection with him.
Yeah.
Speaking to your relationship with the staff, obviously this staff comes in with a lot of experience, probably more than any in the league, especially with your offensive and defensive coordinator. Have you had those conversations with them yet, and where are you guys leaning for next year for the
Well,
staff?
we really haven't talked to anybody. I got a couple young guys too, and a couple guys I coach with, one in Cincinnati, and you know, guys in New Orleans. So it's about, I think, giving guys opportunities also, not just, you know, hire per se the oldest coaches or the best coaches. I tried to give some young guys some opportunities to, you know, to coach at this level, and then hopefully someday they'll go to the next level. But you know, I don't know. I haven't really talked to anybody or any coaches about their plans for this year and next year. One thing you don't have to worry about in the sport, somebody wants to coach. So you know, we'll figure all that out, figure the players out, what they want to do. Obviously, hopefully they have opportunities elsewhere. That's kind of what I'm here for, to help them do whatever they want to do.
How did you see Ben kind of grow throughout the year? You kind of touched on it a few times. Where in his game have you kind of seen him really, you know, take a step as the season's gone on?
Well, I thought about halfway through, I think it clicked in, and he started playing really well. I mean, you can say, oh, he had this many interceptions. Okay, but look how many touchdowns, look how many yards. He's their leading rusher on your team. You know, there's a lot of positive that he is. I think he grew it well enough to be an NFL quarterback. I think he's grown up that much. And I can say the same thing about their quarterback, too.
What a part did he have to grow to, you know, get back to that level of being an NFL quarterback?
Well, you just got to make great decisions with the football. When you get an opportunity, do the things he did. Take off and run if it's not there. Throw some great balls, you know. And I think he grew up a lot in this system. I think he grew up a lot as a quarterback in the 3 months here.
Coach, all of the coaches seem to just be extremely respectful and honorable to the other coaches in this league. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, everybody's going through the same things, you know, with the players, and I just feel that some of these guys. I'll give you for instance. So there's the group. I'm the older group, along with Wade and a couple of. Then you got all the young guys that have never coached or have only coached, played, and a couple of guys that played. One coached. One was in media. So. I think they'll get better and better too as coaches next year when they come back. I think they learn, and I know talking to Hines and talking to Rod that they learned a lot. So, just little things like that. So.
And speaking to the staff, how much did June Jones help you with the offense this year? I know you're a defensive-minded coach, and I don't know how much you put on June Jones, but how much did he help you with the staff this year?
Well, it's his whole staff basically. They work together, all those guys worked together before. The line coach, and I know the line coach because I played against him when he was with the Chargers and I played with the Bills. And then, Dan does a great job with the quarterbacks, and he trusts them. Wes is a good coach. He does a nice job. And then Ty is probably the only one that they didn't work before together. You know, the receiver coach and also coaches special teams. But, you know, those guys, they walk in the room and they talk like they do a game plan about 15 minutes.